Well, hello everyone, I am Fracture, and this is Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords, and I'm using Restored Content Mod 1.8.1. So, at the end of the last episode, Kriya went to confront who is turning out to be our pursuer and our enemy. Quite the evil-looking character, with, I've got to say, excellent voice acting. So, that fight didn't go well. It looked like Kriya lost her hand. But we're going to continue what we were doing. She's bought us some time, so we're going to be heading through the fuel bay, or actually the fuel pipe, that's connecting the Harbinger to Paragus mining facility. So let's head on through that pipe. So here we are, and oh, look who we found.
It's a utility droid. Looks like it's been hit with an ion charge and dumped here.
I know, we ran into the protocol droid earlier. He attacked us too. Don't blame yourself if you hadn't gotten out of the... Let's try this again. Don't blame yourself if you hadn't got us out of the administration level. We'd have never made it this far. Let's go then. So, T3 has joined your party. He has the ability to make programming spikes on demand. He can also upgrade an item if asked. So he's a portable upgrade bench, essentially. And as they say, they can make programming spikes. He'll keep you stocked with 10 spikes. After that, he tells you you have enough already. And, of course, he's leveled up. The characters, if you haven't noticed, while they're not in your party, continue to gain your experience, so when they do join your party, they're at the same level you are. So let's go ahead and level him up. Him, her, it, or version, whatever. So you notice, let's see, so very high in dexterity, constitution, and intelligence, but of course, pretty much fixed low wisdom, charisma. So we'll just go with what they recommend. More dexterity. Actually, I don't think those other ones are fixed. I think you can raise them, but right now they're set at 10. So. And, of course, we have computer use. We're going to raise. We don't particularly care about awareness, but we'll probably put our points there anyway. And these are grayed out. They're not just not orange. You can't give a droid treat injury, persuade, or stealth, of course. But, let's go ahead and use our point in awareness. Not sure how many levels. Could be 2 or 3. Depends how well we did on the intervening levels. Okay, so they recommend improved gearhead, which I believe is more technical skills, +1 to repair, security, and computer use. Sure. And that's it. And I just want to go and check that again. What repair, computer use, and security. Yes. Okay. So that's what gearhead gave us a +1 to. And we may as well, while we're here, go through and just make sure he's got all of the upgrades we can give him. So droid optimized interface is computer use +2. Self-sustaining is regeneration. So auto repair, basically. We'll leave that as is. He's got the best armor we can give him at the moment. I can't remember what this slot is. It's another armor slot, I think. And he's essentially a one-handed fighter. Yeah, it doesn't really say. He doesn't have dual wielding or anything, but okay. We'll leave him with the blaster that he has.
Just say the word.
That's who I want.
I hear you.
And how are you for... Let's see if he can recover the mine. Nope, not yet. So be able to disable it. The droid might be able to recover it, but it's only a mine. Just, that is empty, right? Yes, empty. Ah, it worked. Always pleased when stun actually stuns the droid. Come on. Where did that come from?
Where that came from?
So somebody threw a poison grenade at us, I think is where that came from. I don't think there's any gas mines lying around down here. So you'll recognize this. We've been in a similar area, I think on the other side of one of these pipes. We've already been in this facility. And I'll actually show the map. I think, yeah, this is the area we were in. So we've been in this very restricted area, and now we're working our way, as you can see, around this area. And we've also been on the catwalk up top before, at least a piece of it. Okay. And I hear more. Yes, what is that? Actually, before any of us go running in there, no, I think, yeah, there you go. Great job, Ed. Good job finding that, disarming it for us.
Everyone down!
And you can see we've got some debuffs here. I'm not sure what they are. Probably to do with either the mine or... Yeah, well, I think Atten just got himself killed. Oh, these grenades this thing is firing at us. Yeah, serves you right. Okay, well, I'll give you a heal. Oh, hang on. Mouse went off the screen there. What the heck? There you go. Feeling better? Okay, so that was a bit of a rush fight and we were kind of pulled through, so I'm just going to go and do a lap. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Let's see.
Just say the word.
Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to see is, yeah, he is deflecting blaster bolts. So, I was curious how he was going to do it, holding onto a sword, but yeah, he's managing just fine. That was one of the skills we picked up very recently, was the ability to deflect blaster bolts with our hands. A skill you don't specifically need to pick it up if you're going to be using a lightsaber. That's kind of a free benefit of using a lightsaber. Sorry, I think yes. Okay, we've cleaned things up. We can go up this ramp now. Shut down emergency field to exit ramp.
Let's settle this.
Okay, and there's a level up again. Ah, I was wondering what you guys were doing. Okay, so you'll very likely recognize this from earlier in the game. This is where the droid went to release us from the administration level and got shot. So we're all back together, one big happy family. And it looks like we're heading back up. So let's go ahead and level up again. Skills, same as always. Powers, recommended. It's going to be doggedly recommending the same thing over and over again. So we're just going to ignore it. Yeah, there's the blaster bolt deflection. Let's upgrade our droid disabling ability. That's a handy feature to have throughout the game. And here we are. It looks like it's restocked. Yeah, still can be resisted, and that has a lot to do with my constitution and I think willpower as well. Impacts how well you do force power wise. May as well use that a bit. This is my force power, you can see recharging by itself. Health recharges when you're not in battle as well, just much more slowly. And there's a couple of different skills you can get to increase the speed of this recharge. Let's just do a quick save.
This door's magnetically sealed. I can't believe this. The ship's right out there and we can't get to it.
What? The console?
Huh? What is that piece of junk saying?
Let's see. He said he can open the door to the hangar. He just needs to access the hangar terminal up on the platform.
How can you even understand that noise?
I served with a lot of utility droids in the, well, many years ago.
Alright, well, if he can slice the door open from the terminal above, don't let me stop him.
I wasn't about to. Oh, sure. Try and stop him. Shazam. One door. And I don't think there's any value to any of this other stuff. We went through all of that. Okay, more of these. Let's go ahead and use at least that. And I think I've got this as well.
More where that came from. More where that came from. Time to take you down to size. Let's settle this.
So I have force speed as well, but at the level I have it, it doesn't give me an extra attack per round yet, so I'm not going to bother with it. Alright, and Anton got his level up. Oh, we found another one. Yeah, somebody came out of a back door there. Okay, we'll take care of that before two can play at that game. And there's the droid, just got a level up as well. Okay, where were we? We were just about to have Atten hang through this chest for a couple of credits. Better than a kick to head, I guess. Let's do those level ups though. Droid upgrade? Yes, upgrade. Nice smelling droid. Droid upgrade class number 2. Okay, nothing more exciting on that one. Sneak attack. Yeah, that we'll never have him use. Okay, those were fairly boring upgrades. So actually, let's head back here. Now this mine removal, let's see if we can get it to actually work. So if I go into solo, I go over to you, check to make sure you've got a stealth belt on, which doesn't look like we own one. I think I have one actually. Let's... No, adrenaline. Okay, nobody's got a stealth belt. Boy, we're usually up to our eyeballs in those things. And somehow we made it this far without owning one. Okay, well, skip that idea. We'll let Atten do his usual fingers in ears stomping the ground with his foot mine disarming technique.
I hear you.
Because what tends to happen is as soon as they see an enemy, they go running crazily towards it, so... Let's see if he can actually grab one of these. Nope. No, he's just not, doesn't have the skill. So I don't think he's going to happily... Oh yeah, it looks like we might pull this. Yes, we did it. That's nice. Yeah, okay. That's kind of an awkward way of getting there, but yeah, whatever works for you. Some kind of Jedi thing, I guess.
Take you down to size. Let's settle this.
Are we good? Yep, those guys. This is one of the areas where fighting hand-to-hand looks kind of amusing, because you're punching these things into submission, and they're... must hurt quite a bit to punch one. Okay, how about you try? Do you have a high enough skill level? No. And that's something else we could try. Atten might have... Yeah, demolitions +1. I wonder if that's good enough. That other one, though, looked pretty good. I've got reflex. Yeah, let's switch to that. That's much better.
Just say the word.
Let's see if 1 point was enough to give him the skill to recover these. Yeah. And these are quite good. These are average sonic mines. You have, I don't know what the low level, but there's hard and medium and low.
Time to even the odds.
So, why are we heading down here again? Oh, I guess we're heading towards the drive to our ship, I guess. Okay, so I've got a breath mask. So there's a couple of ways through here. You can see there's the international symbol of poisonous gas in there. That's not going to affect the droid at all. So if we have a gas mask for Atten, we can just open the door.
I hear you.
And just not worry about the gas. It's usually the easiest, but we don't. So it looks like we're going to have to get rid of the gas. And it is. It's random chance whether or not you have various things like enough gas masks and that sort of thing. So we can, let's see, slice the system, repair the system. And so let's slice it and open the decontamination chamber. Attempt to shut down the decontamination system. 4 spikes. Oh, we don't have many, but actually it doesn't matter because the droid can produce them. So yeah, let's open decontamination chamber. So I think we lost 5. So you can talk to the let's talk to the droid. Hey, how's it going, dude? I need a programming spike. Can you make any more? Can you make any more? Nope. So there we go. We now have 10 programming spikes. Whether that's game breaking or whatever, those are handy to have. And it is part of the game. So, and actually it's not kind of as cheaty feeling as you would think, because you usually don't have the droid with you. It's not a common group member because it's fairly limited. It's a really good hacking tool, but of course in terms of fighting it's not that great. So let's just do a quick save here. You can see there's the Ebon Hawk, and I see at least one enemy. But as always, collect all the loots. Some more chemicals. I think we have enough chemicals to make whatever it was that I said I was going to make. So yeah, we just continue to do this strat. And if you're wondering about Kriya, so must these teammates be, because basically she went and intercepted our enemy, and we haven't heard from her since. So it's not something I've forgotten.
More where that came from.
Come on, hit him. Yo.
Let's settle this.
And no loot? No loot. Where were we before we were so rudely interrupted? Okay, yeah, there's the door we came in, so we've done our lap. This is the loading ramp to the Ebon Hawk. Once aboard, you'll be leaving the mining facility for good. Or for worse. Enter.
Quick! We're gonna need some time to fire up the engines. Let's give the laser turret a workout.
Alright, so you basically have to kill as many of these guys as you can, because they're trying to get on board the ship. And you have to keep your eyes open, because they tend to sneak over. Not the biggest of deals, though. Any that you miss, get on board, and then you have to fight them basically conventionally. I think I missed a couple there. Yep, I see you. Don't know how he got to where he is. So, okay, 2 got on board at least. 3, 4, 5, holy, 6. I usually do far better. I don't know why I did so poorly this time around.
We've got company.
Yeah, 1 or 2 is my usual boarding party. I think I've got 6. So 5. Okay, so not a big deal. We just run around now and clean off the ship. Come on, get that little message out of the way so I can...
Time to even the odds.
Oh, it looks like Ant's behind us. I thought he was starting the engines. Alright, so that's really all that happens when you let them on board. You can let quite a few on board too, and just makes for a slightly tougher fight. Kriya, your hand, what happened?
There is no time. We must leave.
Well, you handled him handily, and we're on our
If they
way.
keep missing us, we're dead. It's great odds. Somebody shut that trash compactor up.
Let's see, does any comment about the trash compactor? Can you... So, apparently, we're going to fly out through the minefield, and these mines are explosive, so we have to be careful. Can you fly this thing or not? Isn't there anything we can do? Isn't there anything we can do? Let's see. Keep as much distance between them and us as you can. There, that's a helpful bit of thing. That will save us all.
I'm doing all I can, and
Yeah,
that's not enough. What'd you do to make these guys so mad? Well, either they hit us and destroy us, or they hit an asteroid and make the whole field go nova.
Let's see. So we have a dark side option to, like, just blow up the field. But can we jump to hyperspace?
Not with all these asteroids around us. We'd enter hyperspace in pieces. We have to clear that field first. Thing is, we clear the field and they're gonna have a clear shot at us.
Just do your best to keep distance. We'll get out of this yet.
What are the asteroids? They can be destroyed by us as well as them, can they not?
That'll take out the whole field, the colony, and maybe us. We might not even be able to jump to hyperspace in time.
Then we die here. Choose now.
No, someone might still be alive in the facility.
Hold on!
Dun, da, da,
This is
da.
gonna get a little rocky. Well, now
He-
that we
he
just
made it
killed
funny.
the planet, maybe one of you can tell me what's going on. Because between assassin droids, a Sith Lord that looks like he sleeps with vibroblades, and being target practice for a Republic warship, I was better off in my cell.
The Republic warship was the Harbinger. It was seized on its way to Telos by the Sith. They sought you, Jedi.
Okay, so that might have been a little confusing. There was a jump cut there, and what would have happened if the movies were enabled is there's a scene of us flying through the minefield, standard Star Wars style, getting shot at. The Harbinger pretty much unloads on an asteroid. It blows up, and an asteroid right next to the Harbinger explodes. As I recall, you don't actually see the Harbinger explode, so we don't know the status of the Harbinger. But Telos, was it Telos? No, the Paragus mining facility basically is gone now. The Harbinger was on its way to Telos?
Yes, to aid in the recovery effort there. Many roads lead to Telos, including ours.
Not like we have much of a choice, the Paragus astrogation charts being what they are.
It is where we must go, and where the Harbinger was bound before our unfortunate encounter on Paragus.
How did you know I was on board the Harbinger?
You were difficult to find, but coincidence was on our side. When I learned that you were on the vessel, I knew the Sith would not be far behind. When we intercepted the Harbinger, it was crippled, drifting in space. It was a simple matter to board the vessel and rescue you. Unknown to me, however, the Sith were already on board. Just as we made the jump to hyperspace, they fired upon us, nearly destroying the Ebon Hawk.
How come I don't remember any of this?
Whatever occurred on board the Harbinger had rendered you unconscious. Though your thoughts were faint, I was still able to find you, sealed in one of the cargo holds.
That's an unusual set of coincidences.
True. But as one trained in the Force, you know that true coincidences are rare.
How did we get to Paragus?
I do not know how the Ebon Hawk was able to make it to Be silent. We're having a
He says he repaired the ship and got us to Paragus.
Repaired this ship, my eye. Next thing you know, it's gonna claim credit for saving our skins. If that little noisemaker says it repaired the ship once, then it can prove it by doing it again. Go on, get!
So, why are these Sith looking for me?
Because you are the last of the Jedi. Once you are dead, then they have won.
But I was exiled from the Jedi Order. Let's see, yes.
Exile or not, the Sith believe you to be a Jedi Knight, and that is all that matters.
But the last of the Jedi, that can't be true.
The Jedi Civil War destroyed the Jedi. By the war's end, barely 100 Jedi remained. Many fell in battle, and many more were seduced by Revan's teachings.
What about the Jedi on Dantooine and Coruscant?
The Jedi Academy on Dantooine is nothing more than a crater that echoes with the ghosts of dead Jedi. And the Jedi Temple on Coruscant lies empty. The waters in the Room of 1,000 Fountains have fallen still, in reverence to the fallen Jedi, and those now lost. Many Jedi blamed the teachings of the Jedi Masters for Revan's fall, and the civil war that followed.
If any survivors are still alive, we need to warn them.
Perhaps, but they are Jedi no longer. If the Sith have not already slain them, then they will not help you, nor can you help them.
Then how do we stop the Sith?
That is not an easy question to answer. This threat is greater than you know, and I do not believe it is a battle that can be fought.
If we don't stop them, they're going to keep coming. Well, let's try to get some influence with her. It seems pretty innocuous to say, so what do you think we should do?
Look, enough with the we already.
We cannot hope to triumph against them alone. To stop them, you will need weapons, allies, and a teacher. In the end, I fear it may not be enough.
What do you mean?
You fought in the Mandalorian Wars, and it cost you everything. Are you willing to sacrifice as much again?
So we're kind of guessing here, because we really don't know our own history. The Mandalorian Wars were my choice. If the Sith threaten me, then they die. This is self-defense, not war. We must stop them. There is no other option. Is there someplace we could hide or run to? I've heard enough. Well, my character, I think, would go in by choice. So the Mandalorian Wars were my choice.
You are not listening to me.
No, I guess
This
not.
is not like any field of battle you have ever fought in. Think carefully on your choice. If you choose to fight, if you choose war, it is a path few turn from once the first steps are taken. It carries with it a terrible price. And in the end, you may find you have nothing left to sacrifice.
I have nothing to lose now. How bad can it be? I turned away from all once. I can do it again. Yeah, that sounds like my kind of answer. If I do not try, then we have lost anyway. That's pretty good too. A Jedi's life is sacrifice. It's a small price to pay. Nah, that's a little too much. If I do not try, then we have lost anyway. Let's go with number 2 here. That one sounds pretty good. I turned away from war once. I can do it again.
Like so many Jedi, you hear, but you do not listen. You have much to learn, but we have spoken long enough, and my wound pains me. If you have other questions, find me in the crew quarters. There we will speak more.
Hey, don't stop your long, boring rants on my account. I was just getting sleepy-eyed.
Also in private, we will be mercifully free from the opinions of imbeciles and fools.
Look, not like I care or anything, but you might want to go check on our passenger, especially with that hand of hers.
What do you mean she doesn't have a hand? She seems well enough for someone who has just lost her hand. I'm sure she can take care of herself. You're right. Yeah, okay, I would do that.
We're on autopilot until we hit Telos. Until then, a droid could fly this thing. Besides, I think our passenger could use your help.
What makes you say that?
I think she was barely keeping it together. I'm surprised she's able to stand with all that pain rolling off of her.
What are you talking about?
Are you blind? If I were her, I'd be screaming like a stuck Minok. Well, I mean a very strong, manly Minok. I think she's just too proud to show any weakness. Especially in front of you.
That's odd.
In case you hadn't noticed, she won't say 2 words to me, but she'll talk your ear off any chance she gets. What you think matters to her. A lot. She wants you to respect her. Besides, we haven't got much else to do until Telos.
When did you get sensitive? Let's see. I'll go check on her then. Alright, so we didn't get any negative influence or positive. But now I think, rather than running to talk to her, is a good time to say, I thank you for watching and I thank you for listening. I encourage you to leave comments, suggestions, or infantile abuse. I promise I read it all. And if you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel or give me the thumbs up. It really does help. And we'll see you next time. Have a good one, folks. Cheers.